This particular course is different to any other ones that I've taken because it's really focused on the practical side, and it's focused on a particular job area that you may go into after graduating.
What we teach them in the course is communicating with clients, how to approach an analysis project, how to make sure that when you talk to a client you actually determine exactly what they want to find out and help them answer to the question that they want answered rather than to answer the question that you want to answer yourself. And that takes a lot of practice.
What I've learnt so far is stats is more than just like going away and typing out numbers and trying to find correlations. It's more like talking to people, so you've actually got to be able to talk it to someone in like terms that they can understand.
It teaches you how to communicate technical information in simple layman terms and in a coherent way. But the only way you can do that is if you understand the fundamentals, if you understand the background, which is what the other courses provide.
One of my favourite parts of the course so far was meeting with the actual client at Wellington Hospital.
When we met with our client, it was really nerve-wracking at first, but as it went on we kind of gained more confidence and we started asking him more questions, and he noticed that patients that were discharged from ICU that had cancer tended to die more quickly than patients that hadn't had cancer, even though when they were admitted to ICU, the cancer was not the reason they were there. So because of this, he needed to seek a consultant.
What I learned from that process is listening is very key. When it comes to university, you can listen in class, but if you don't, you can always go back to your notes and refer to them at home. But when it comes to these consultation sessions, you have to listen to your client's problem and dissect what he's trying to say.
We've gone away and we've got this data that we're meant to analyse, and it's sort of like the questions that we've been reading about the last, 4 or 5 years of our university life, but we're finally actually doing something where I finally actually got a new problem that nobody's solved. So it's this course sort of expects you, as most would when you get to master's level, it sort of expects you to already know how to solve problems, and it sort of expects you to have a toolbox to use to solve it.
Rather than us learning a skill and practicing it and then applying it to an exam or something, this is real people and this is real data, and it's important. He wants to have a publication out of this, so we need to know what we're doing. And I think that's an invaluable experience for us. It's going to help us so much later on in the future.
So the students have indicated that the aspect of combining lectures and practical experience with clients is actually quite useful, and they've learned a lot from that. And this was one of the aims of really setting up the course, to give them the skills necessary so that when they go into the work environment, they have practiced this. And in a way, these are things that I wish I knew myself when I started working, and it's something that we want to transfer and teach the students.
What we've gained from this program has just been incredible. We've learned how to work together in a team, we've learned how to consult with important people, and soon in the future we're going to be thrown into the deep end and we'll be working in an actual company, which I think is just invaluable.